Have you ever been in that situation where things ended before they even began? That feeling of embarrassment, disappointment, maybe even fear when you see the look in her eyes? Trust me, you are not alone. And the good news is, it can absolutely be changed. I have developed a 5-step method to help men overcome premature ejaculation. No pills, no pressure, just the natural ability to control your own body. The first step, breathing. It may sound simple, but breathing is the very first switch that helps you regain control. When you learn how to breathe correctly, you do not just become calmer, but you also build a deeper connection with the sensations inside your body. Think of each breath as a thread that ties you back to yourself. Inhale slowly through your mouth for about 5 to 7 seconds, then exhale just as slowly. The deeper you breathe, the more aware you become of what is happening inside, and over time, you will learn how to take control of it. So when should you practice? Exactly when you feel the most aroused. I always encourage my students to start practicing while alone during masturbation, because this is when you can observe, feel, and master every single reaction of your body without any distractions. Once you get used to it, you can bring that same sense of control into intimacy with your partner.
Step 2. Pelvic breathing. The secret to mastering both your emotions and your pleasure. Most men do not realize that when they are about to finish, their body is actually tightening too much in the pelvic floor, especially around the anal area. That tension is what makes you lose control faster. In this step, you will learn how to breathe into your pelvic area, which is directly connected to your pleasure center. Imagine this area as the back side of your pelvis. When you inhale, gently push down as if you were going to the bathroom. Just a little, no straining, and feel your breath spreading into that space. When you exhale, completely relax and let go without trying to control anything. This simple little exercise is surprisingly powerful. It teaches your pelvic muscles to soften instead of tightening unconsciously like before. And when your pelvis is relaxed, you will notice your arousal easing down, your mind becoming clearer, and your body feeling like it just hit a reset button in the middle of the act. Controlling pleasure is not about holding back. It is about knowing when to let go. And pelvic breathing is the very first key that allows you to do exactly that.
Step 3. Learn to separate arousal from anxiety so you can enjoy without losing control. Have you noticed? The more aroused you feel, the more afraid you are of losing it. The closer you get to the peak, the faster your heart races, and the messier your thoughts become. That is the moment when arousal and anxiety start to blend together, and your body no longer knows which is pleasure and which is tension. This is what I call the 2 parallel curves, one curve for arousal and one for anxiety. In the ideal state, you want your arousal to rise while your anxiety stays low. Imagine a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is when you just start to feel a little excited. 9 is right before orgasm. 10 is ejaculation. The problem is, most men let anxiety rise at the same pace as arousal. When arousal hits level 5 or 6, anxiety climbs right along with it. At that point, your body switches into fight or flight mode. Your heart pounds, your muscles tighten, and your breathing becomes rapid. You are no longer in the moment of pleasure. You are just trying to survive it. And the result? Everything ends too quickly, leaving no real satisfaction, only disappointment, embarrassment, and even fear of intimacy the next time. This step teaches you how to stay inside your arousal without letting anxiety take over, so your body remains full of energy while your mind stays calm. When you can do that, you will not only control when you finish, you will truly enjoy every second of intimacy.
Step 4. Riding the sweet spot wave. Mastering arousal without losing relaxation. If you think of arousal as a wave, your goal is not to let it sweep you away, it is to learn how to ride it. When you start to feel yourself getting too close to orgasm, almost hitting level 9 on the arousal scale, return to your pelvic breathing. Just a few deep breaths focused around the anal area can calm that wave of arousal, bringing it down by 1 or 2 levels. Those who have practiced for a long time can bring their body back into balance with just 3 breaths. But if you are new to this, it might take months before you can truly feel the difference. The reason is simple. Most men only know how to go up. They have never learned how to come down while still inside pleasure. This is the most challenging part because it requires trust. Trust in your own body. Believe that when you lower your arousal, your erection does not lose its fire like many fear. It is simply taking a short break, preparing for the next wave. Once you learn how to ride the wave up and down smoothly, you will be able to naturally extend lovemaking, staying in full control without having to hold back. Of course, for men who struggle with premature ejaculation, often finishing in less than 1 minute, noticing each level of arousal may sound impossible. That is why I always recommend starting with solo practice. Masturbation here is not about release, it is about observation and awareness. Some men take 6 to 12 months to truly separate arousal from anxiety, and that is completely normal. Most men who experience premature ejaculation are impatient, tense, afraid of losing control, and always in a hurry to achieve. That mindset is wired into their nervous system, so learning to slow down and relax is the first real step toward healing. A study from China also showed that men with premature ejaculation tend to have higher anxiety levels, a stronger fear of risk, and a controlling personality. In other words, it is their personality that controls their body, not the other way around. And this journey of riding the sweet spot wave is in fact the journey of relearning how to live, how to let go, and how to trust yourself again.
Step 5. Spreading your pleasure energy, turning orgasm into a full-body experience. Most men focus all their pleasure in one single point, the penis. Because all the energy is trapped there with no outlet, when it finally reaches the peak, it explodes too quickly and slips out of control. The final step of this method is learning how to let that pleasure energy flow throughout your entire body instead of getting stuck in one spot. Imagine that energy as a drop of color dissolving in water. Starting from your genitals, it slowly spreads into your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs, until your whole body vibrates with it. At this point, sex is no longer a contest of endurance. It becomes a symphony of sensations. You are no longer just trying to make her satisfied. You are truly enjoying, relaxing, and immersing yourself in your own emotions. The deeper you feel, the deeper you connect. And that is what makes your partner feel loved and truly bonded with you. Many people hear this and think, that sounds too spiritual. How could that actually work in real life? But it is completely real. Every time the pleasure rises, imagine that energy moving, flowing through your belly, spreading into your chest, then down your legs. Picture it like a stream of cool water running through your body. When you do that, your nervous system receives the message that you are safe, that there is no need to explode for release. And when your body feels safe, pleasure not only lasts longer, it becomes deeper, warmer, and far more fulfilling. Society has taught men that sex is about performance. Get hard fast, last long, make your partner satisfied. But no one ever taught them that pleasure is also their right, a process to feel and experience, not a race to the finish line. When you pause, take a deep breath, listen to your body, and let the energy spread, you not only gain control over ejaculation, but also learn how to truly enjoy, to be present, and to love with your entire being. The journey to reclaim control over your body and your pleasure. Premature ejaculation is not a sentence, and it is certainly not your fault. It is simply your body reacting to the anxiety, stress, and pressure you have been carrying for too long. Each step in this 5-step method is not just a technique of control, it is a process of learning to listen, to understand, and to reconnect with yourself. You learn to breathe, to stay calm. You learn to feel your pelvic area, to let go. You learn to separate arousal from anxiety, to keep your mind centered. You learn to ride the wave of pleasure, to enjoy without fear. And finally, you learn to let the energy spread, to love with your whole body and soul. When you truly understand and practice these 5 steps, sex is no longer a challenge. It becomes a moving meditation, a shared flow of deep, warm, and vibrant energy between you and your partner. Being a man is not about how long you last. It is about being fully present in every single moment. That is real strength. If what I shared today resonates with you, leave a comment below. Tell me which step you are at in your journey to reclaim control of your body. I genuinely want to hear your story. And do not forget to follow this channel, because in the upcoming videos, I will dive deeper into how to practice each step, helping you not only gain better control, but also experience pleasure more fully and confidently. You are not alone on this journey, and every week we will take another step forward together, gently but steadily.